Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I've uploaded anything to YouTube. Things have been kind of crazy. Early January, my household had COVID. I luckily did not get it, and I tested 3 times. It was negative each time. I felt great, but took the necessary precautions and self-quarantined. And then it just got busy with Kat doing t-shirts in here, mom doing embroidery. It gets super loud, so it's kind of hard to film in the studio. Like right now I have the dryer going on because I'm drying a shirt. That has some pre-treat on it. So, but anyways, today I have to film and take some photos for Instagram for a new product that's launching, and I figured why not film a YouTube video for you guys. I need to make a Christine Hobo bag anyways, so I'm going to take you through that process. The Christine Hobo is the newest one that I've launched. It's all suede. It's super inexpensive for a handmade handbag. It's only $158. I love it. Everyone's loving it. I'm really happy about it. It took me a while to get this bag out there. A lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. Being able to design something that I loved, but also I could make with the tools and resources that I have right now at this point in my business. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I got my protein shake. I am not affiliated with Bomar Nutrition in any way. I just am obsessed with their products and they're so good. I have their strawberry shake mixed with their collagen and also some PB2 peanut butter powder. So good. Blended up with some almond milk and ice. And it's amazing. I also really like it with the frosted cookie as well. That is the end all be all for me. And then my Hydrojug. Now I do have a code with Hydrojug. It's just a support code. I'll put it in the description below. But this holds 73 ounces of water. I am terrible at getting a gallon in. I used to be really good before surgery. And since surgery, it was really hard, honestly, for me to make sure I was getting in enough water. So I try to drink one of these a day. I do a little bit over because of the water that I drink with my Greens and Sharp, which also is from Bomar, in the mornings. So I try to drink one of these a day, make sure I'm staying hydrated because it's super important, especially being a post-op bariatric patient. So if you guys would like to snag you one, feel free to use my code down below. You don't have to. It does help me out a little bit, but I actually have green tea peach mango or peach mango green tea Crystal Light in here because regular water tastes disgusting now that I only have like 20% of my stomach left. So anyways, enough rambling and let's make this bag. All right, so I grabbed all of the hardware that I need. I grabbed my suede. Sorry if my head gets cut off. I'm filming on my iPhone. I plan on getting a vlog camera, but right now with finances and it being early in the year, it's kind of not an option right now, I'm being totally honest with you guys. So bear with me. Anywho, I grabbed all of the hardware that we need. I use solid brass hardware. It lasts a lot longer. It's better quality than what you get at Joann's. If you're in a pinch, if you're not selling anything, go ahead and buy the stuff from Joann's. Some of it is actually really nice. So we've got our, I call them swivel hooks. They're called lever hooks. I don't know. I call them swivel hooks because they swivel. I think everyone kind of calls them something different. Magnetic snap for the closure. And these babies are so important when installing hardware because it keeps it all sealed nice and tight together. The 4, rivets that we need. I don't usually grab everything out, but I want to show you guys. And then 2 grommets. I wanted them to be bigger, but this was the biggest size that I could get in the color gold to match, but it ends up looking really great. I love them. So anyways, I'm gonna push those to the side. And then I got my pattern pieces. So you can see the shape of the bag It's a typical Hobo. It's already got that kind of dip, and then it does slouch a little bit more once you start filling it and kind of weighing it down. So super, super gorge. And we gotta make a strap too. This one is a shoulder strap bag. It's the shortest strap for a handbag that I do have like the option of. So throw this trash away. And then also, I don't suede protect my products just so there's some people out there that have really, really sensitive skin. One of my friends, Amanda, I know her through Instagram. She has really sensitive skin. And so I don't want to add anything to these bags that could affect someone's skin. So if you ever purchase one from me and want to suede protect it, you can get a can. It'll last like forever. You can use it on multiple things from like Walmart, Amazon, whatever, and then just suede protect it yourself. I find that it's just the easiest option for everyone. So I am going to stop rambling and I'm gonna speed you guys up while we cut out all of these pieces. So enjoy. Alright guys, so we have them all cut out. The only other thing that I need to cut out, and now that I'm remembering it, I should have enough in this little section. Yeah. Is these are going to be double back. These are going to be backed with the same suede, but we have to, what is the word? Install the hardware, the magnetic snaps. So we got the front piece. I've already marked the center line with a chalk pen to emboss the logo on it. And then this is the inside of the back where the patch pocket's gonna go. We got the patch pocket marked with the stitch line. I used the silver pen on the top because you can, once the stitches go through, you can't even see it. And then we have our straps. So I'm gonna take you to that side of the workbench and we're going to emboss this and install the hardware and glue these panels together. Okay, so you can't see me, but this is my little leather embossing machine. So move this out of the way. Grab this. I don't know why I grabbed both of these. Grab the side. It's already flipped upside down. And for the suede, I keep it on the correct setting. Actually, I'm just gonna, I always get kind of nervous. So I'm just gonna emboss this piece of suede really fast. Just make sure it's in the right direction. It is. I do it upside down and I just push the panels of the leather back because it's easier for me to see that top line compared to doing it the opposite way. So I put it on, I believe it's 2. Yeah, 2. Make sure it's centered and press it. 1, 2, 3. And do it again. And sometimes you need to hold it there a little bit. All right, turn that baby off so we don't leave it. And now we have a beautiful embossed Francois New Orleans logo. I did take the box away from my logo when I use it. I keep it on the products for right now because it's pretty much the same thing, and I think it helps it stand out a little bit more. Eventually I'll get a new stamp to where it doesn't have the box, because with the box it's kind of, it's more noticeable to see it crooked because you have that right angle. So, but for right now it works. So that is done, and now we're going to install, I'm gonna move you guys over here, install this hardware. I'm gonna adjust the camera. So I have this stone, I want to say it's a cake plate. Kat gave it to me for my business. I did not cut the holes in this one. Give me a second. Just gonna separate. Magnets are hard to separate when they're not attached to anything. Separate these two. Jeez. Get my, I am struggling over here. There we go. So separate those, and then I just put, well, move that out, push it through. Then you take these little pieces, and this seals it in, because if you don't do it, it's you can see it looks separated from the leather. And then I just use my folding hammer to take those little tabs and wing them out. Move this up there. I have this panel, make sure it's the right sides together. And I just use rubber cement. I'm sorry you guys can't see my face. This is Best Test rubber cement. You can also use contact cement. It's kind of all the same thing. You can use shoe glue, Rainier glue, but you don't need to. Really, that's like to put soles on and all that stuff. Stuff that you don't want to move, especially if you're not reinforcing it with a stitch line or nails or any of that good stuff. So I'm just going to add some glue to this panel, put glue on the back. So that's on there. I'm going to take my little folding hammer, go around, not touching the hardware because we don't want to mess it up. But yeah, see how I got a little bit of glue right there. That'll come off. All right, let's let that dry. I'll bring it, I'm gonna bring it over here with me because it's my studio and I can do what I want. Just throw that off to the side and let that dry. Got my double-sided tape. Double-sided tape is like my best friend. It is so much easier than using a ton of glue, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I'm gonna attach the pocket, and we're gonna stitch it. I'm gonna prep all of this while that's drying. Gotta do this, prep the strap and all that fun stuff. So I just put it along the edges. Use a pair of scissors that you don't care about. I don't care about these green scissors. place my tape. Oh, excuse me. Place my tape along the edges. Sorry if you can hear roosters crowing and chickens clucking. If you've been here, follow me on Instagram, you know my studio. It's not just my studio. Kat also works in here, and so does my mom. It's their studio too. And there's chickens because it's at my grandparents' house. And also their neighbors have chickens. My grandma has always been a chicken lady. She loves her chickens. I love her chickens too. They're so cute. Anyways, now I'm just peeling off the tape one notch at a time. And then if there's any powder residue left from that chalk pen, you can just rub it off. Now you can see the top stitch line where we marked it. You could just use it, do it with an awl, but I found that if I do that, like if I just use a silver pin, you can't see it once the stitching's on top. So not a big deal. All right, so that's prepped. I'm gonna throw that to the side, and now I'm going to cut this out. So I'm gonna salvage whatever leather I can around it. Like these are two good pieces to use for other stuff. And I'm gonna cut these out. Now what I could do is I could leave it like this, like just cut it down the center and stitch it on there and then trim it. But I have an edge guide on my sewing machine, which I really love. It's really nice when sewing straps, like thin straps. The Madeline crossbodies have 1/2 inch straps, so when I'm top stitching that, having that edge guide is super helpful and not going off track. I really love it. I wish they would have had them on our machines at school, but I understand why they didn't. So got that in there. Trim off the excess of the other one. The reason why I put glue on both sides is because that's the only way that it is going to connect to one another. It's okay if this curve isn't perfect, because that actually has a seam allowance and is going to get cut off once we top stitch it to the bodies of the bag, so it's all seamless. So the patch pocket is on. Now we just have to attach these babies. So I need to punch the holes through first. All the way through. The holes are on one side, but not the back. That way you know exactly where they have to go. And then I flip them to the other side, to the back side, and take a tiny piece of the double-sided tape, and I place it in between the two holes because that's gonna hold it in place for us to stitch it down. And then flip it to the right side out, get that little chalk line off, and peel off the back side of this tape and take my awl. If you ever want to not stab yourself, put corks, wine corks on the edge of your awl. And I'm just going to shove it through that hole and place it onto the other one to line up where they're going to meet. It's the easiest thing to do. Place it. Now I'm just gonna stitch those down and I'll be right back. So that is stitched. Already took care of all of the threads. And now last thing to do with this part is just to add in those rivets. So I'm gonna grab the ones that I set aside. And, oh wait, no. I'm a liar, I'm skipping a step. Flip it over and trim off the excess. So I pushed it up so I can have a trimming allowance, so it's all going to be even. And everything will just match up beautifully. It's so much easier doing it this way, having trimming allowance. All right, cut that through. One of the roosters is crowing. I don't know if it's grandma's or the neighbor's. And now I'm just going to push the rivets through. And the rivets, all they really do, it's on there, it's secure with the stitching, but the stitching is right at the top. It's like 1/8 of an inch. With the rivets, it gives it a little more stability, especially when it's moving. So you don't have to worry about them, you know, like if the stitching comes out, you know, a year or two, whatever, down the road, if it starts to unravel, you still have these rivets that are going to hold it in place. Just push that through. Did I forget a cap? No, I just grabbed an extra one. Put these on, and then I'm just gonna quickly go set these on my little rivet setter. So we're gonna do the strap last, but I prepped the two pieces together. Stitch on. Now for the last stitches on the bag, all we have to do is tape them together and then stitch around it and then trim it. So handy dandy double-sided tape. I'm not gonna put any tape around the corners. Really, I'll put like a small piece, but you don't need a lot because the other sides pretty much hold it in place. So just tape that down like so. Do a little tiny piece on here. And then tape this. Right there. Peel the back off. Double-sided tape is the best. You could also use the one by like that Scotch makes, but it doesn't have that backing, that peel off backing, and I think you get more bang for your buck with getting this, because I get this off of Amazon and it's a bigger roll. It's like about this, I'm trying to show you guys, about this much bigger for like $8. So now this is all taped together, our holes match up. We're gonna stitch this, trim off the excess, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I insert the rivets. Not rivets, grommets. The sides are all sewn. I trimmed off the excess. It's a bag. Now, the last steps that we do before we do the strap is install the grommets. So I just push, so we have these holes, put the male side through, and then I'm just gonna hammer it right here. This is my grommet setter. You can buy them for the press. I don't have the right size press to put these into because my press came from a different company. But this works for the time being. I also use this for my snaps because this is the base and the thing, and the base and the handle, and you just take these out and switch them up. So the male part goes on the base, and then you take the female part and put that one on top. I need a hammer. Gosh. Rubber mallet. You're gonna use a rubber mallet because you're hitting against metal. Put that, and then just do about 5. It's usually good, and it's set, not going anywhere. Do it to the other side. This over. Sometimes I do 7 hits, just depends. It's a good way to get out any, what do you call it? Anger? Frustration? I don't have any right now, which is nice. So this is the bag. She lies flat, which I love. You can fold it up, actually, if you need to. Take it traveling, fold it up. You can fold it this way and shove into your luggage, and you'll be good to go. That's what I love about the Christine Hobo. Take her anywheres. So now let's make the strap real quick. So I already have the 2 panels sewn together and prepped. The reason why I do the seam is because on the Madeline, I can't get the pieces cut long enough to have this that goes over to do the braid. So I started the seam there, and then I just integrated it into every strap on each bag just to keep it the same all the way throughout. So that's already prepped. You gotta glue it and fold it. So let's go over there and get that done. Attach the strap. So cute. And this is it. You're good to go. So it's a perfect length for a shoulder bag. Having this also gives you extra room down there for your arm to go through. Super chic. And that is how you make one of these babies. So also, this video will probably go up after I announce it, but I want to show you guys the new product that is launching. Gosh, what day is it? The 12th. It's the Friday. I think it's the 12th of February. And it's not like an option to choose from. You buy it separately, but it is a crossbody strap. It's made just like the strap on the Christine, just like the strap on the mini tote, but it is longer. It is never know anything off the top of my head. Approximately 42 inches long. So you can make your mini tote or the Christine into a crossbody. The strap on the mini tote is shorter than this. It's like 36 inches long. So it hits me right here wearing it as a shoulder strap. Now the mini tote can be worn as a crossbody depending on your height, how long your torso is, your build. I will say before I lost, right now I'm down 65 pounds. On my highest weight, I could not wear the mini tote comfortably as a crossbody. Now I can. So it just totally depends on the person. But it does fit me kind of high. So if you want it to sit lower, you now have the option to purchase a crossbody strap. Don't know if I've said this, but I'm pretty sure it's retailing for $62 off the top of my head. I'm like 99% sure. But then you can turn the Christine into a crossbody, so you don't even have to worry about it. How stinking cute. A Hobo crossbody bag. I love it. I had a few people ask me about turning the mini tote into a crossbody for people who technically more so have longer torsos or you know, tall, and I thought it was a great idea. And now we have it. So I'm so excited about it. I love the Christine Hobo bag. So this is the newest bag that I've launched. And then we're launching the strap on the 12th of February at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, all the good stuff. If you're interested in a Hydrojug, like I said in the beginning of the video, I do have a support code, well, a support link down in the description as well. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.